It is round 39 in the Championship. It is predictions time. Welcome along. We are here to predict the outcome of every single game in the Championship. This round, I need your help, so I hope you are all ready and raring to go over there in the chat. As ever, here on the Prediction Show, we are partnered up with Betfair and Football 365, and we will be using the fabled Football 365 predictor game to log all of our thoughts. You can go ahead and sign up at football365.com. Absolutely free. Just sign up with your email address over there. Thank you as ever to Betfair, who partner up as well. And we will be giving you the odds for each and every one of the predictions that I am going to put my neck on the block to make right now. Please gamble responsibly. BeGambleAware.org. Let's do some hellos quickly. Harry, welcome. David, a big Mill. Ewan, another Mill. We're Millwall heavy in the chat here. Welcome. HS, Vindaloo, Stephen. David, do get your hellos in via the chat. And if you can help me out with our first like spike of the show, get involved with a like spike right now because we've already got 10 likes. Please do hit that like button. See if you can get us up to the 50 like marker. Little bit of fun, but it does help as many people reach the show as possible. We're going to get into it right now. Let's say some more hellos before we get to the first game. Owen, still suffering with COVID. Get well soon, Owen. Alex, welcome along. JC, welcome along. Yeah, go on. Go and subscribe to JC's channel. Good lad, always here on the prediction show. Erdin, welcome. David, Hamza, and another Mill. Plenty of Mills in the chat. Right, let's get into this. I've done all my business here. I'll go on. A few more hellos. Lee, legend over on the Patreon. Lee, Alistair, Colm, welcome everybody. Get your predictions ready. Remember, guys, only 9 fixtures this weekend. I was just joking with Ben HD on the Championship 365 show that we do, that he's got Preston and Blackpool cancelled under police advisory there. That's going to be on April the 5th, I think. And of course, with Nottingham Forest and Middlesbrough both still in the FA Cup, their games have been canned for the weekend. So there's 3 games not happening. So we've only got 9 games to talk about. They are ticking along the bottom there. I'll do a few more hellos because people are saying hi. Iain, welcome along, sir. And Callum, we're pleased to see him, and he's pleased to see Mark Robbins as well. Welcome, Wayne, as well in the chat. Right, let's start off at the top of the running order. Is a big one straight away. No Fulham this weekend. They're having a weekend off. But second versus third. Huddersfield versus Bournemouth. Get your predictions in for this one. Huddersfield, draw or Bournemouth. Huddersfield, draw or Bournemouth. This is a tough one to call. Huddersfield were on that really impressive undefeated streak, weren't they? But late draw at West Brom, knocked out of the FA Cup by Forest, who we just mentioned, and they went under it in form Millwall as well. So little drop off, as impressive as Huddersfield have been. Bournemouth, I don't know. Brilliant run at the start of the season. Looked like they were going to streak away to 90 points. Not that convincing. Then a 4-game winning streak. And then since then, not that convincing again. You would have thought if they had lined up games against Derby, Peterborough, who was the last home game against that they didn't win? Reading as well. 3 of the bottom 4. They only won 1 of those games, which befuddles me slightly. I don't quite know what to expect from Bournemouth. It's not fatal if Bournemouth lose this, but the pressure does build. They will still have 3 games in hand, and looking at the goal difference, they would likely still be above Huddersfield. But Huddersfield could strike a bit of a blow at Bournemouth. Get your predictions in, guys. Huddersfield, draw, Bournemouth. Huddersfield, draw, or Bournemouth. Let's see what the chat is saying on this one. Huddersfield. A very interesting game. 0-0 with 2 red cards. Bias, what bias? What are you worried about those for, Cole, you Fulham fan? Miles ahead in the distance there. Huddersfield, Bournemouth. 0-0. Let me put that picture up, David. You know I like to put that up for a 0-0. First time seeing that today. Lovely. Away, Terrace to slide. Bournemouth. 1-1. Bournemouth. Draw, 1-1. Draw, Bournemouth. Draw. We are very struggling to split these two teams. I was writing about this game earlier and thinking, would a draw be that unhelpful to Bournemouth? Probably not. Keep Huddersfield at arm's length with the 3 games in hand. Huddersfield really need to win it if they do have aspirations at that top 2, which I'm sure they do after 17 games unbeaten. I'm going to land with a lot of people in the chat on the draw, though. Draw! Of course, it is very important that I hit that button, isn't it? I'll go with you lot on the draw. I've got down a 1-1 here, and we know the rules over on Betfair. Always comes out at 5-1, doesn't it? There we go. Before the market tunes up tomorrow. 1-1 for me. Bournemouth to keep Huddersfield at arm's length. You'll get 5-1 over at our partners, betfair.com. Please gamble responsibly. Reading versus Blackburn, guys. Reading, draw, Blackburn. Get your predictions in. Reading, draw, or Blackburn. Again, a difficult one to call. Blackburn are better at home than they are away from home. They did turn on the goal scoring tap. Blackburn hadn't scored 2 in a game for forever. I think it was like 13 games or something ridiculous. But in the second half against Derby, some crosses going in the box, some headers going in the goal, and 3 goals to Blackburn in one half when they haven't been scoring 2 in a game. Bradley Dack, is he ready to start? I don't know. So Blackburn drop off, but important win from a goal down against Derby. Reading, you tell me. I'm almost putting Reading in Bristol City unpredictability kind of range now. So Reading have had 2 4-goals conceded under Paul Ince against Blackpool. I'm trying to think who the other one was against. Someone tell me in the chat. A good draw against Bournemouth, but a Bournemouth falling off? I don't know. I don't know what to expect from Reading. Their defence is terrible. They've conceded tons and tons of goals, the Royals, 73. Only Peterborough at the bottom have conceded more. But we do like their attacking players, don't we? Tricky. Get your predictions in. Reading, draw, or Blackburn. Reading, draw, or Blackburn. Don't forget to hit that like button either. We are up to 28. Let's see if we can get up to 50. Hit that like button. And I'm going to talk to you about Reading versus Blackburn. What is the chat saying, or what are the chat saying? I don't know what the correct wording is there. Where shall I land here? I think I'm starting with Jason, possibly. He's gone draw, possibly likely. So we'll start there. Wayne, Blackburn, David, Blackburn, Stephen with a joker on Reading. Get your jokers out, guys. 0-0. Draw, Reading, Blackburn. Couple of jokers here. Away, Dak, a major influence. Blackburn fans will be hoping for 3-1 Blackburn. Matty, Hamza, 2-2. Leaving my bias at the door. Blackburn, we ain't consistent enough. No, you're not, Alistair, but that means you could win 3-0 out of absolutely nowhere. Strange side, Reading at the moment. Away, Blackburn, Reading. Draw to help neither. It would be an unhelpful one, Tom, wouldn't it? Swift still unlikely to return. So Blackburn, have we got all of those predictions in? I am going to go for the chaos theory down at the bottom of the table. So I will go with the favourite, which is Blackburn. I'm going to bellow out, away. I just find Reading a little bit too flaky. With maybe if Dak starts and they can get the goal tap turned on again, I do think Reading will score. So I'm BTTS on this one. Let's go for a 2-1er, 8-1 over at betfair.com if you fancy that one. Please gamble responsibly, especially this week with Cheltenham going on. BeGambleAware.org for any advice on that. How are we doing with our like spike? Not very well. Hit the like button. Come on, guys. Hit that like button. See if you can get us up towards 50. Thank you, everybody who has done so already. Where we go next is Hull versus Luton. Get your predictions in for this one. I'm a little bit conflicted about this one. Luton are a pretty hot favourite, aren't they? If this was at the Kenny, they would be a very hot favourite. And if Hull hadn't won at Coventry in midweek, they would be a very hot favourite. And I wouldn't be conflicted. There's just a couple of things in the back of my mind on this one. Get your predictions in. Hull, draw, or Luton. Hull, draw, or Luton. Luton up to 5th. I think they've won 11 in 17. They are in fine form. But spotty over the last 4 games. 5, in fact. Win, loss, win. Still, 9 points every 5 games for Luton. And they probably will finish in the playoffs, I would have thought, if they do that for the remainder of the season. Hull aren't very good and haven't been very good since Arveladze took over, but they have got 7 points in 4. They did beat Coventry, but a few people were saying to me, "Oh, Ben, they scored a couple of early goals, and the game state worked for them well." Fair play to Hull for that win, but I don't know. That's in the back of my mind. You get your predictions in. I'm trying to find a reason not to say away rather than being sure that Hull can do something. So I'm most of the way there on Luton, I have to say. Get your predictions in. Hull draw or Luton, Hull draw or Luton. See if you can help me make my mind up. Where shall we start with this one? David, I think, has gone for Hull. Desmond, Luton, Hull, draw, Luton, Hull with the joker. Get your jokers out. Draw, Hull, Luton, a 4-2er. We love to see him. Do you know what? You may see one from me later in the show. Luton, back on track. 2-1 for Stephen. Away. Hull look like Atletico Madrid against my lot on Tuesday, so fully expect a Luton win. Luton, 1-0, draw, Luton. That is a good point, Lucia. Luton do have a defensive crisis, don't they? It's a very good point with the centre-halves. Hull on the beach. I'm glad. Who said that down the bottom there? I'm glad, Alex, you talked about the beach, because I did download a picture before we started. And if anyone can let me know which championship club that beach belongs to, well, you don't win a prize, but you win the honour of the beach ball challenge. Look, I'm going to go for Luton. I think I've given all my caveats in case it doesn't happen. Away! Let's go for a Luton. We'll go BTTS on this one as well, based on what Lucia was saying in the chat, that Luton don't have many defenders. But I think they're well organised enough and their squad is well balanced enough to mitigate the loss of those specific players. 17-2 over at betfair.com if you fancy that. Please gamble responsibly. Only bet what you can afford if you want to take that one. Let's just say a big thank you to the Donovan brothers. Some good old Millwall boys who are our fan sponsors over on Patreon. Here they sponsor in memory of their dad Dennis and brother Mike, both sorely missed, cheering on Millwall from above. Go and get involved. Patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Help support my work here to try and do this full time as a living. We're getting there very, very slowly. We're years into the journey, but you can help out. We've got the Discord server set up there, so constant chat going on. And we will be doing a round table. If you sign up now on Patreon, come and join us all on the round table next week at some point when I decide what day it is going to be. Help me out as well with the likes if you don't mind. We are up to 32 on the likes. Please do hit that like button. See if you can get us up and over 50. I love me a like spike. Get your predictions in, guys. QPR versus Peterborough. QPR versus Peterborough. QPR draw, Posh. QPR draw or Posh. Queen's Park Rangers really need this fixture right now, don't they? We're coming into the international break. If they can win this game, QPR, they've not been very good lately. We know that. If they can win this game against bottom team Peterborough, they'll have 3 wins in 6 to end out this little period. And then they've got that last run and they need to sort themselves out. They could really do with a win against the Posh, who are, I was going to say, not very good away from them. They're not very good anywhere, Peterborough, sadly, at the moment. 1 win in 23 games. That is half a season with only 1 win for Peterborough. They look all but down, and I think we've got a 3-game week coming up not long into the return. They could be done by then, given the fact that it's already a 7-point gap with 9 to go. Can QPR take advantage of this one? I suspect they probably can. Rangers draw, Posh. Rangers draw or Posh. Let me know what you think. Oh, a few people have got the beach right there. Well done, Lewis. It is Bournemouth. Bournemouth beach there. Well done. You win. Oh, a few of you have won the challenge there. Right. Where shall we land here? Right. Hal, that sounds like a dreadful prediction, but we'll put it up on the screen. Freedom of speech is alive and well here. QPR. Posh with the joker. QPR's bogey team. Actually, Luton was QPR's. No, QPR were Luton's. No, which way round? QPR are Luton's. Yeah, that was the case. That actually came in the other day, didn't it? QPR, Posh, QPR looking again. Kieran Westwood in. You can still find him. emergency loan. Remember, vote with your head, not your heart here, guys. I don't want to know what you want to happen. Frankly, I love you all, but I don't care what you want to happen. I want to know what you think will happen. Give us an idea of what you think will happen. Yeah, I think QPR will have enough in this one. I just think it's more about Peterborough, really, and then they need to get themselves going again for the end of the season. Home! Let's go for a home win. Let's go for some goals in this one as well. Let's get, I think Willock's out for a while now, isn't he? But let's see if Chair and Gray can combine. And I'm going to go for a 3-1-er. What am I thinking? 3-1, 11-1 over at betfair.com. Please gamble responsibly. 37 likes. Hit that like button. See if you can get us up to the 50 like mark before this show does indeed conclude. Right, Sheffield United versus Barnsley. Get your predictions in, guys. Blades, draw, types. United, draw, or Barnsley in this one. Bit of a strange one as regards Sheffield United. Little drop-off. 13th in the form table for the last 6 games. They looked a real... I saw them at Bramall Lane beat Middlesbrough 4-1. And after that game, I thought, okay, here we go. Here comes the promotion charge. But haven't been very good since then. They got hammered by Coventry and then drew 0-0. Okay, 2 away games and Coventry away and Blackpool away aren't terribly easy. They're both in the Blackpool just outside the top half. But yeah, 1 point in 2 from Blades. They need a big pickup here. Speaking of big pickups, that's exactly what Barnsley have had. Get your predictions in. Blades, draw, Barnsley. Blades, draw, or Barnsley. Now, what I would say about the Barnsley pickup, 14 points in 8 games, very good. It doesn't actually matter if they lose this game, because if Reading don't beat Blackburn, the next game is Barnsley versus Reading, and then Barnsley can beat Reading. They will go out of the bottom 3. But I'm sure they would love some points. A point at Bramall Lane. Tough ask, in my opinion, for Barnsley. Get your predictions in. Sheffield United, draw, or Barnsley. Let's see what you lot are saying in the chat. Where are we going to land here? 0-0, 1-1, 1-1, 4-0. Blades, Barnsley. Blades have 60% of their outfield. But what? In the team? Or are you talking about they've got 6 players who maybe... Give me that 60%. That sounds like a rather large number. Barnsley... draw, Barnsley fighting for their lives, scraping through. Blades 2-1, 0-0 draw. Look, I'm very interested in Barnsley versus Reading on April the 2nd when we get back, but I do think Sheffield United are going to have too much for them in this one. Home! Let's go for a home win. Let's go for a tight one, though. I'm going to go for a 1-0 on this. I don't expect that to be too attractive a price from Betfair, but it's what I think is going to happen. And that is the whole point of the predictions. 9-2 is all you'll get. Please gamble responsibly if you fancy that one. I've gone for a 1-0 Blades to beat Barnsley. Stoke versus Millwall. Get your thoughts in on this one. And you've got to make Millwall heavy favourites for this one, even as an away team here. Looking at the form, Stoke, very bad at the moment. Millwall, very good at the moment. Get your predictions in. Stoke, draw, Millwall. Could it be a sacking game as well? I wonder if Millwall were to win and win convincingly here. I know they don't score many goals, but Stoke are possibly on the verge of a collapse. I wonder whether that could be it with an international break for Michael O'Neill. Doesn't look good. He desperately needs a win. Problem for him is no one's beating Millwall at the moment. No one's even scoring against Millwall at the moment. Looking at the form tables as well, Millwall are now top of the 8-game form table and the 6-game form table, and they've got 5 clean sheets in a row. Millwall do not want the international break to come now. They want to just keep playing right through in the form they're in. Stoke are 23rd in the 8-game form table and the 6-game form table. It's the Championship. Anything could happen, but all the form says Mill, doesn't it, on this one? Get your predictions in. Stoke, draw, Millwall. Stoke, draw, or Millwall. Let's see what you lot are saying here. What are we doing? 60% of the senior squad. How many people are in the senior squad, Joshua? That sounds like a very high number, 60%. You may be right. I don't believe you, but you may be right. Oliver, my heart wants us to win, but my head thinks a draw. Nil, written all over it. Mill, Stoke. Smash and grab, Millwall. 1-0, Millwall, 3-1. Stoke on the beach. What happened to Stoke? I don't know. Ask Michael O'Neill. Can Millwall get a win without having a shot? You love to see it. Didn't Huddersfield do that at one point? Against Preston, maybe? One without having a shot on goal. Own goal in there, wasn't there? As a Stoke fan, Millwall should ease past us. Not good. Noah Phobe, interesting. Stoke 1, Cooper 2. There we go. Well, look, I'm going to go with the form on this one, which could see Michael O'Neill get fired. Who knows? Away! Look, if it is an away win, we've got to go for a clean sheet for Millwall and a single goal. Let's go for a 1-0. There, Stoke 0, Millwall 1. 15-2. You will get. Please gamble responsibly if you fancy that one. That would put Millwall up to 60 points, although I have gone for both QPR and Luton to win. Remember, Middlesbrough, Forest are lame ducks this weekend. Neither of them are playing. So Millwall and Sheffield United particularly will be looking at this as an opportunity to get above before the bun fight begins in April. Thank you, everybody, for the support during the show. I really, really appreciate it. 47 likes. 47 likes. Please do give us a like spike. See if we can get to 50 likes. We are dead close. Hit that like button. Help the video reach as many people as possible. Help me out as well. Here is our merchandise page. Great way to support the channel. And if you do buy something, do send me a picture and I'll tweet it out. www.benjaminbloommerch.store. T-shirts, mugs, phone cases, hoodies, jumpers. Get your I have just witnessed. Get your Don't Call Me Jesus. Get your Benjamin Bloom home shirt for the season. Get it before we change it all as well. We'll get some new merch in for next season. I appreciate the hell out of all the people who have been buying stuff. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, just thank everybody for their support as we try and build up this here channel. Have we gone over 50 likes? 57 likes. Unbelievable. Apologies if we've got a spammer in the chat. I will now block him. My apologies. There we go. Right. Let's move on again, please. As ever, if we get spammer in the chat, just ignore. I'll kick block. That's what they want. So just ignore. It's probably not a human being either. So, right, let's move on. 3 to go. Derby versus Coventry. Get your predictions in. Derby versus Coventry. Derby draw Coventry. So I think I've cleared the... there we go. I think I've cleared up the chat there. Sorry, Derby draw or Coventry. Derby just have to win this game, don't they? Their away form has been so bad. Their home form has been so good. They've won 7 in 10 at home. I've said about Derby now, it is no longer a fight against the points deduction. It is very, very much a fight against their away form. Guys, don't comment back. Please, please. That's exactly what they want. Do not comment back, guys. Please, please don't comment back. Please, please, please. Silence will kill these guys, honestly. So, look, Derby, it's a battle against the away form now, isn't it? Rather than the points deductions. Coventry, again, I don't know what to expect. They're kind of all over the place at the moment. Thrashed Sheffield United, but 3 defeats in 4 now. And they are better at home than away from home, Coventry. Let's have a look and see what you guys are saying in the chat. Derby, draw or Coventry? Derby, draw or Coventry? Let's have a look here. Coventry, Derby. Sorry, I'm trying to wade through this. Please, please, guys, if we do get dickheads in the chat, ignore them because it just adds to my difficulties here. Derby, Cov, Derby, Derby. Impossible predict, usually performing 12:30 kickoffs on Sky. There we go. Some theories. Derby, Cov, Derby, score draw, Derby, Cov, draw, 0-0, Derby to win. There we go. What do I think? I'm going to go for the cat amongst the pigeons, I have to say, at the bottom. I'm going to go with the Derby home form. Let's go for a home in this one. I'll go for a 2-0. Let's go for a 2-0. Where am I going to land here? 2-0 to Derby will give you 12-1. Fairly long odds on that one over with betfair.com. Please gamble responsibly. Let's move on. Bristol City versus West Brom. Get your predictions in this one. Bristol City draw, Baggies. Bristol City draw or West Brom. Get your predictions in this one. Brucey bonus at the moment. West Brom, has he got them going now? I think he might have. 7 points in the last 3 games. I mean, let's be honest, West Brom's squad has been grossly underperforming now for the longest time, haven't they? And some good results, particularly the win against Fulham in the last game. Bristol City, who the hell knows? They're all over the place, aren't they, Bristol City, in terms of what we think we can expect. Let me know your predictions in the comments here. Where are we? Bristol City draw or West Brom? Bristol City draw or West Brom? And are we getting the beach ball out for West Brom? Let me know your thoughts in the chat here. Where shall we look? 2-0 Baggies, 2-0 Baggies, Baggies, Desmond. Baggies, away. We're all over this for West Brom by the look of it. I suppose the only thing is the erratic nature of Bristol City and their pretty decent front line. But most of you are behind the Baggies on this one. And so, indeed, am I. Let me yell out, away. Let's go for West Brom to win this one. And let's go for some goals. I think Brucey has unbottled the genie here a little bit now with that West Brom squad. 3-1. You'll get a 14-1 on that with betfair.com. Please, as ever, gamble responsibly. How are we doing with our like spike? 66 likes. Thank you so much. Let's see how close we can get up to 100 likes before the end of the show. Please do hit that like button. Last one before we're submitting our predictions. Do go and support Football 365. Sign up with your email address there and join in with the fun over on the Predictor game. And finally, we are well and truly on the beach for this one. Swansea versus Birmingham. Swans, draw, Blues. Get your predictions in. Swansea, draw, or Birmingham. Get your predictions in for this one. Both sides possibly on the beach. Let me put that one up. Could be anything here. So I think I might pull out a big one for this one. Let me know your thoughts. Swans, draw, or Birmingham. Swans, draw, or Birmingham. Guys, please do me a favour. Ignore any trolls. Please ignore them. I've already said too much myself, but please don't you get involved either. I've got it covered. Swansea, draw, or Birmingham. Good result for Swansea, but they did make hard going a little bit of Peterborough. Birmingham, well, they're 11 points ahead of Reading. They're not in good form, but it does feel fairly beachy to me. Let's have a look here. 3-3, that sounds fun. Away, was that the right one? Iain, probably the wrong one there. Swans, 0-0, draw, 0-0. We had a 0-0 in one of the beach ball games last week, didn't we? Holland, Birmingham. Swans, Blues, not beach time yet. We'll see, David, won't we? Swans. Sorry, that wasn't a Swans. That was an away, wasn't it? Swans, 2-2. Swans, both teams to score. 0-0. 9-7, draw. Birmingham. There we go. Hopefully I've got as many of them up on the screen as I can. I am just going to go wild on this one. I've got a 50-1 shot for you here. Are you ready for it? Let's go home. And let's just go for the goals to flow. And I'm going to go crazy here. Let's go for a 4-2 to Swansea. And you will get 50-1 on that. Probably rightly so. A rather silly prediction from me. But hey, what are you going to do there? 4-2. If you do fancy that, please gamble responsibly. Following that tip probably is not the one. Is it? There we go. Right. Thank you, everybody, for all your predictions. We are going to go to our big calls in just a jiffy. We will go to our big calls. Get your ideas in for big calls. In the meantime, I am going to dial in our. I'll dial in our predictions. Actually, no. Should I do that? No. Let me dial in our predictions. Just go and hit submit and then confirm. Woof. There we go. All submitted and ready to go. My predictions for this round. Let's get some big calls going. Let me know your thoughts on any humour is allowed on any big calls, any silly predictions that you can see occurring this weekend. Let me know your big calls. And can I get one more shout for the like spike? How are we doing for the like spike? 73 likes. You've got to love to see it. So, guys, big calls to finish the show. Get them in. I'll let that run a little while longer. We will be back with the Saturday Super Stream tomorrow, indeed. So do go ahead and check that one out. It will be 2:30 all the way through. We're just going to do some big calls to finish off the show today. Do get involved with them. Humour, of course, is allowed. Get involved in that. Sorry, let me just press a quick button there. There we go. Get your big calls in via the chat. What do we reckon here? No one will tie themselves to a goalpost with a cable tie. That got a little bit scary, didn't it? A Bristol City clean sheet. That is a big call against Carl Grant and Callum Robinson. Someone to attach themselves to the goalpost. So we've got no one and someone. I think we've got everything covered there. Barnsley to win to get things hotted up. It will be very interesting if they do. We'll see how that relegation race goes. Alessandro, Blades 3-0. Need goals to get out of this. Blades fan tuned in late. Definitely need a win tomorrow. Michael O'Neill sacked. Is that a big call? I am not too sure after Millwall beat Stoke. Bournemouth to begin the hard run of games starting tomorrow. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Apologies for the drongos. I've turned on slow mode on the chat to quell the buffoonery, let's just say. So apologies for that. I'll switch it back one more time. Ghost goal at Coventry. Waghorn to score on his return to Pride Park. Manages to break their hands in the celebrations to become a new trend. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Oh, there we go. Look, a 99th minute after a streaker. There we go. Goalkeeper to score this weekend. Only need 80 points for autos. Hey, it's getting lower and lower every week, isn't it? Right, look. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It is a lovely big over and out from me. And I will see you all very soon. Don't forget to hit like. Before you go, any nice comments I'll pop up in the advert to end the show. See you all tomorrow for the Super Stream. If you're enjoying this show, then thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.